Years ago, a newcomer in Toronto shared with me her frustration of being asked so often about her situation. Now, here's another little area of difference. Asking questions, details, being curious is somewhat of an individualist culture characteristic. So at a church, someone had asked her, "So how long have you been in Canada?" And she's told me later, I wanted to just respond, "Well, how long do you have wanted me to have been in Canada?" And then I'll answer accordingly. Some will say, "Well, just say it. What's the big deal?" However, in some cultures, when you ask direct questions and too many questions, the person feels they're under attack. It's like they are literally being shot at when you shoot straight. And we emphasize transparency, which we in the Western world often equate with integrity, but that's not always appreciated as a virtue. It means becoming vulnerable to the intrusion and the attacks, that is, the questions of the other person. It's like all these questions and then the information that they get becomes a means of control that the listener has with that information. So again, be careful about questions and the whole role of curiosity. As I was writing this module, a colleague from a communal culture got in touch with me and he said, "There's this Pastor Tom that you need to get in touch with. He's a really great man." And so I sent a voicemail back to my colleague and I said, "Can you explain a little bit more who Pastor Tom is?" And my colleague from a communal culture quickly responded with, first of all, with flowery greetings and how about my family and how my children are doing and all that. And then he went on talking about Pastor Tom and what a wonderful man he is. And may God bless him. He has served us in so many different ways. And whatever I say about him, it's not enough. And he's just a great guy. And yes, please get in touch with him. From an individualist, direct speech culture, after I'd listened to that message, I thought, I still don't know anything about Pastor Tom. I don't know what church he is from. I don't know what city he lives in. I don't know what ministry he's with. I don't know who he is. There were just compliments. I wanted to have information, but I just had nice relational words about Pastor Tom. All I know, he's a great, wonderful teacher, and I should get in touch with him. And so here we see again the difference between direct speech and indirect, flowery speech. In short, people from individualist cultures tend to be much more open about themselves and about others. They will ask for and provide details much sooner. They tend to get to the point right away, ask the questions, even at the risk of surprising or hurting or offending the listener. I remember talking on the phone with another colleague, and this colleague, I've worked with him for over 20 years. So I was in a rush, and it's probably my personality. And so when I called him, I just went straight to the point about the specific project. And he laughed. He said, "Arlie, slow down. Remember, first greetings and then the work. Words and then work." Sometimes this can become really challenging to understand the nuances of indirect speech for people coming from a direct speech culture. Because people from communal cultures can at times avoid speaking what they really are thinking, and they may even say the opposite to what the words literally mean. A group of young leaders from a specific communal culture were organizing a new association. An elderly man in the group shared some thoughts about the process, and then he added, "And I really don't want to be the leader of this group." What was he saying? What did he really mean? Everyone in this high context audience understood exactly what he meant. He actually wanted to be the leader. So why say it in such a roundabout, even negative way? Well, again, the issue of respect. It's important that you respect everybody in the audience. And so through this roundabout way, he still had respected and honored others, and he felt that he had communicated what he meant, and the audience understood it. But if someone from a direct speech culture had been in there, you probably would have interpreted it simply as, well, that guy doesn't want to be a leader, and so we'll take him off the list.